After the interview with Eric Brewer, East Cleveland Mayor, we had so many different emails that came in. I decided to have Pippa come in and talk a little bit about some of the responses that we received in. Now, for those of you who haven't seen Pippa on here before, she's like my Gail. You know how Oprah has the Gail girlfriend. So, Pippa, tell us, what's going on with these emails?
Okay, San, you know what? I've taken a look at all the emails, and you really had a lot of people who wrote in. And the gist of the matter was, a lot of people wanted to know, why were you so easy on Eric? Why didn't you ask the tough questions?
Oh, my gosh.
Like
easy.
You let him off.
Easy.
Hey.
Okay, wait a minute. First off, we saw that in some of the interviews that he did on different channels, that one of the things that he did is when he wasn't going to talk, he didn't talk. You guys saw the cameras followed him out to the car and did not talk. So part of the idea that we went with was when he came on, he agreed to me asking about certain things for him to come on here. So there was stuff that you would have never found out in the other media had you been watching the other media that you found out here and that we talked about. That wasn't easy.
Well, you know something? That's one of the things. And another question, Sam, that they asked was, how was it being in the studio with him?
Oh, wow. He is a very, he's a mayor, and his presence is very big. Just one of those encompassing figures. So when he got off on one of those tangents, it's like, I guess for some reason I just wanted to step back and hear what he had to say, because he was just saying everything without me having to ask anything. So we just went through, we talked, and it was pretty much a fun little thing. But I was really curious as to how other people took it as well, and whether or not they felt like they learned something and how exciting it was for them. I think that next time, though, I'll be more prepared for something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so what did you think? You saw it.
I did see it. I thought that I liked it. I learned a lot of stuff, sort of the reason reasons behind things that he hadn't, on the Inside Edition and the other things that he did. Yeah, he kept it very real. He kept asking, it's cable rights, and so when
I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, like, wow, we got this stuff going on and everybody's hearing it, and I'm thinking to myself, this is great, that they're getting to see a side of somebody that they normally wouldn't see, because not a lot of people come and expose their private side to the audience, and so he's a little on the, what did he say, uninhibited side?
Yes.
Well, maybe very uninhibited. But that's great.
That is. And one more question. They asked, did he bring in any of his garments?
Oh, gosh. You see there, when somebody would ask those questions. No, he did not bring in any extra garments. He came in dressed just as he was. And let me say this to everybody. We've watched Eric Brewer over the years. For those of you who knew back in the 70s when he was a part of Guardian Angel and all those other things, he's worked very hard to be taken seriously as a reporter, as a politician, those types of things. And so this is one little thing that happened in his life that blew up really big. And so I think we need to not lose sight of the fact that the man isn't really a joke. It was just funny, laughable, the whole photo shoot. But really, he's a serious kind of guy.
Yeah, he did a lot of good for the city of East Cleveland.
Yeah, and so hopefully he'll recover from this and, go on to do some wonderful things. I'm glad you came in.
Well, thanks for having me.
And your daughter is away at college? Because we did a whole show on the mommy thing.
Yeah, she's away. She was home this weekend. And so she just went back down, having a great time, being a co-ed, a freshman at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio.
Excellent, excellent. All right, you guys. So, you've got it there, the inside scoop on this Eric Brewer thing. We had Eric Wells on today. And next week, I promise to have something new and exciting for you as well. So don't go anyplace. I'll be right back. So there you have it, my edition with Chef Eric Wells, and Pippa Carter came in to talk a little bit about the interview that we had with Eric Brewer, Mayor of East Cleveland. I'm so glad that you were here, and hopefully you have learned something that you can take with you. If nothing else, you thought about this idea of eating healthier, of using the things that you have in your house already to make yourself some wonderful meals. Now, you know, some of that stuff when he was talking about the heavy cream and all that stuff, I don't keep that stuff in my house all the time, so I do understand if you don't have it. But you know, if you use your imagination and do what he said, is you play the game with yourself, the Iron Chef idea, go home and try to figure out what you can create. My mother used to make these things. We called them concoctions. We'd say concoction number 232, because sometimes it's exciting and wonderful to experiment with food, and once you learn the background, you can create some wonderful, healthy things for you and your family to eat. So hopefully, if nothing else, you got that out of it, and you'll go home, or you'll be at home, and you'll start to create some wonderful culinary experiences. And you know what, while you're at it, you might want to call Chef Eric Wells up for him to come out to your house. So thanks to him, thanks to Pippa Carter for coming out. I'm Sandra Bishop, and I want you to go out and thrive.